hello, what's up? I need to talk. At the end of the day, we ain't doing no music, we ain't doing no fancy shit or whatever. We're just gonna straight up have a talk, you and me. At the end of the day, this is important to me. So I've noticed a lot of things recently, like in general. This is not like me calling out anybody. My intent is not to hurt anybody. That is not me. That is not where I'm coming from. What I'm coming from is to remind people about their place. What I'm talking about is people um, assuming that they are better than other people just because of X and Y reason. It really doesn't matter the reason. The only thing that really matters is that you are literally you're somebody and nobody at the same time. You're as much worth as the next guy or girl or they or whatever pronouns you're wanting to use. You're as much worth as anyone. Like there is literally no reason why you should feel like you are more worth than than anyone. You feel me? Like there's no reason. There's no title. There's no power. Whatever. Just remember that, because you're nobody and anybody. Like I usually say this. Like you everyone's special, but nobody's unique. Or is that what I say? Or is it the other way around? Everybody's unique, but nobody's special. Let's go with that one. That's the one I'm usually say. I'm fucked. So that is basically what I mean. Like understand how much you both matter and don't matter at the same time. You are valued and you are as much worth as anyone else. You should respect everyone the same and you should get the respect that you give others. At the end of the day, that is most important, because I've noticed so many people either like be so they're so reliant on the title they have been given, or like if they get some sort of, here's the thing, like I know what I'm talking about and I can point at exact examples, but that would be calling out people, and that's not what this is about in any way, shape, or form. What I'm trying to say, quite simply and quite not simple, fucking ranting about this shit. What I'm trying to say is that just remember that even if you have some sort of resemblance of power, even if you have any sort of resemblance of it doesn't matter here, it doesn't matter online, real life, this is applicable to everywhere. You are as much worth as the person next to you, and you shouldn't act like, even if you're in a boss position, even if you're in a position of like, let's say you're a mod on like server, let's say you fucking mod on a Minecraft server, you're as much worth as a player. Yes, you have some more responsibilities, but you ain't fucking worth anything else, and you shouldn't act like it. Like this is honestly like for example here, like I know a lot of people looking up to and idolizing streamers, for example. I'm a little bit of a streamer myself. I see this. Like, but so more so to like, you know, maybe like streamers that are up there, like anything from Ninja to Asmongold, there's some other people like Pokimane and all of them. They're all being idolized to the point of them ascending everyone else in worth and value. Like, we're not even talking about monetary, you know, we're not talking about money and all that stuff. We're talking about just value as a person. Of course, some of these have been in like controversies, whatever. But what I'm trying to say is that people looking up to them and say, oh shit, I wanna, like, that's like the goalpost. Or that's like, well, sure, you can strive to get the success they have. But remember that those fuckers up there, as most as anyone else who you would perceive as below you or anything, you are as worth as much worth as that person. Like your blood is the same. Like logically speaking, you have the same blood, like not the same blood, but you have blood in your veins, human blood in your veins. You have the same bone. Even if you're fucking rich or whatever, you have the same like bones like everybody else. Like at the end of the day, you're gonna, like, let's say whenever you die, you're gonna, the only thing that is gonna be different for you is what bed you die in. You don't necessarily have to die in a bed, but you understand the logic here, right? So again, I don't even know. This has just been pissing me off recently because like I notice it being so blatant, like, gives certain people a little inkling of power. It might not even have to be power. It's like you perceiving a power move or anything. If you give them that, you notice how they act differently just because they have that role. And that is my alarm. Ignore that. There's literally no other reason. Like, you're basically still nobody on the totem pole, but just because you get another like upgrade or whatever, you're perceived differently, either by other people or by yourself. And suddenly you keep forgetting maybe where you're coming from. Let's see. I feel like there's a lot of respect to people who have. I've actually, let's say that there's a lot of people forget how they get where they get, and just stop being like, they forget how they are where they are. Like, if they get a title, if they get some sort of power or whatever, they forget who gave them that power. Sooner or later they perceive themselves having this because they have this, not because they earn it or anything. It's just because I have this, because I'm like this person now. I'm good at doing what I do, and this is the reason I have this. You should be rewarded. Like, if you are to be rewarded in job or whatever, you ought to be rewarded after the job you do, the input you do, whatever. Like, for who you are, for you. Like, you should show a positive success rate in whatever you do. If you are to get an upgrade, if you are to that's how real life works, right? And like, obviously the internet is not the same. It's about who you know. It's about who you are liked by, or who you don't like by, or whatever. It's but like, don't forget that if you're given like obviously, like, I'm more of the in the internet route. Like, what I'm talking about is the internet, because at my work, for example, I basically worked there for a year, and I have more responsibilities, more time, more whatever, than some people who's been there for 4 years. Why? Well, because I showed the boss, I've shown the people who are above me that I do good work. I put in my soul and my time to do the best thing I can do with the energy I have. I work over if it's needed. I'm trying to be nice to everybody. I say good morning. I say good, like, I'm trying just to be a good coworker to anybody and everybody. Sure, I fail here and there, but it's not like, at the end of the day, I show my worth by my result and by the person I am, right? And it's so noticeable when you go over to the internet world how much like it's trying to emulate the real life position in a way, because there's so few times, well, actually that's real life as well, you're not necessarily deprived of a role. You get a role. I you know what, I like, honestly, I know how bad it sounds, because obviously roles and like discords and stuff is so obvious, but I'm not referring to that. I'm referring to the perceived role that you are higher. Like, a lot of streamers feel like that way. Like, I stream, I am successful to compare to some people or whatever. Some people not necessarily, growing as fast or whatever. Like, that is not the way you should think about it. Like, you were lucky to get the viewers you had. You were lucky to get the followers you had. Or let's say you got a shout out from something. Let's say you were rated by somebody. Let's say you have a spotlight, for example, in one way or another. You should be thankful for what you get or what you got, and you should be respecting and understanding, and very much understanding how lucky you are. And depending on like what kind of person you are, you should be loyal to whoever gave you that spotlight. That's my opinion, at least. That's how I work. For example, I've explained this several times, right? But like, I'm not gonna lie, like I am. A lot of people say I kind of fanboy over SR, fanboy over Kaif and stuff like that. I'm not. The way I work and the way I see it is that these people gave me a platform, they gave me the spotlight to be able to grow in a way that I would never have been able to do on my own. At least not as fast. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I will probably not even stream. Actually, I would not stream if it wasn't for SR and them giving me a opportunity to show off myself in videos, in streams, or whatever. That's just the way it is. Like, it's just the way it is. So obviously, I'm going to be thankful and respecting and loyal to these people, right? It's not me fanboying over them, because here's the thing: I was just watching their videos before. I really didn't care about the person, but the people behind it before I started to get to know them, because obviously you care about people you know, right? So like in my head, like I am loyal to the people who's given me this platform. That's the way I see it. If it's Kai, if it's Rob, if it's Callie, or if it's whoever. Like obviously some people you play with more or whatever, but that's just chemistry and whatever. That's normal. But also don't forget that you are wherever you like. I don't forget that I am where I am because of these people. So the position I have been given, I should not forget that that position was given to me by someone else. And even when I have this position, if there's someone else like in the community, just like somebody who just came in or somebody has been there forever, my role technically and my worth within the community is like, even if I have my community on my own, if I have my own community or whatever, I am as worth and as not worth as that person. The reason also I'm emphasizing that like that the part with like not special and special, or like you're not special and also special, is because I'm very much trying to emphasize how important it is to understand that we are all on an equal level, no matter what. We all people, we all humans. We need to get to the understanding that that is what we are. Even no matter how big of a spotlight we have on us, no matter how big of a crowd we have watching us, or whatever, no matter what role you have in life, in Discord, in whatever, you are the same as anybody else in there. You just have a bigger spotlight. And that spotlight will more than likely given to you by something, and you should respect that. But also, you should remember that it's like that spotlight, or whatever level you feel like you are on, still don't make you more important than anybody else. Like, it's just a fact. Sure, you might have power. Sure, you might have a spotlight. But what does that mean? Your opinion ain't worth more. Your way of thinking ain't worth more. You're just somebody who is able to, maybe, like, let's say there was what's in the Discord, it's a person able to fucking ban. Like, that's basically it. You have nothing else. And if it's real life, okay, you're a boss. You have the person, you have the ability to maybe fire somebody. In Sweden, you probably don't even have the power to do that because of unions and other reasons, right? Depending on what country it is, there's going to be a different answer, of course. But like, that's still, it's like my biggest issue. I feel like, and like obviously this does not just go for streamers, influencers in general have this like bigger than life persona. No matter what influencer there is we're talking about, it doesn't really matter. We don't have to name X person because the behavior and the spotlight they have been given is the same, right? Whatever you do with it is what is important. And here's the thing: if you decide to be stupid about it, then that's on you. That's okay. In a way, that's also okay. But don't forget that your opinion and the way you act is going to be. Some people might take that as, oh shit, this is the way I want to go. This is the way I want to do. This is okay to do because my favorite YouTuber, my favorite streamer was doing whatever. And that's not how life works. At the end of the day, that's really not how life works. And like, see, I've rambled on probably about the same thing about fucking 15 minutes now. I just want to get back to the original point. And that is basically, everyone's unique. Nobody is special. No matter what power you think you have, you ain't worth more than anybody else. No matter what power you have, stop viewing that power that you are better than other people. You just have more of a following, more of a you being more known. But that's all you have. Like, let's say take away that, then what are you? You're just the same as everybody else. Sure, you've been given this. You've been given this role. Maybe you've been given this power, given this spotlight. Then you should respect or be loyal to whatever gave you that. And if you're not, and this is maybe me as a person who feels like this, but if you ain't, you're just a shit person. You just like, you're not somebody who understands how you should show appreciation for what you have been given. Me saying a shit person might be actually a little contradictory to what I've been trying to say for a while. But just like at the end of the day, like the way I feel very strongly, as you might hear here, is that a lot of that have been, I think, not necessarily forgotten, but I think it's something that, because a lot of people now, they don't go through maybe a work situation, going through maybe some social situations, and then you suddenly get this following, this spotlight on you, and you don't realize that shit ain't that shit. I thought I heard something. That shit ain't nothing really. It's just a bigger fucking flashlight. Everyone has a flashlight. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't really matter at all. Like, I honestly, okay, I'm sorry. Like, some of this probably don't make sense. But then again, I never make sense. I just want you to take away from anything. If you have some sort of power and have been given that power, don't feel like you're anything, because you're really not. You're the same as everybody else, and act like that. And you've been given some power and you're abusing it, or you're given some power and you believe yourself better than anyone else. You ain't that. You're nobody, really. You're nobody and anybody. You're unique, but you ain't special. Nothing makes you special. No matter who you are, who you believe you are, who you act you are, who you have decided to be, anything. You're not more special than anybody else. You're not necessarily. Sure, your actions decide what you do. You can act like a dumbass. You can do bad things. You're gonna pay for that at the end of the day. This is the way I feel, and this is the way I'm trying to tell you. I'm keeping it as real to you as I can, because that's the way I see it. And I honestly hope that the people who I believe are disrespectful to the role they have been given, and are basically not necessarily using it the way it should be, I hope these people lose that spotlight. And let's say I started acting like this, so I'm fucking Cesar. Everybody else is shit. Not everything like that. If I start acting like that, I hope I lose my spotlight. I hope I lose my role, because I would deserve that. If I start abusing what I say, if I start telling you what to vote or what to believe, and say that my word is law, and if I'm not joking about it, if I'm actually like straight up, oh shit, I'm big brain and I decide everything. Like, I know exactly who you should vote for. I know that this opinion is right, this opinion is wrong, my opinion is right, your fucking opinion is wrong. If I start acting like that, I hope people tell me to fuck off, because that is what I should be deserving at that point. And like, I'm just trying to tell you the way I feel about it. This is my opinion at the end of the day, but I feel that it's very important to voice this. Like, in one way, just to give my brain some fucking peace and quiet, but also because there's some people gonna watch this, and I hope you understand. I'm not just yelling at a camera because I can. I'm yelling at a camera because I know this is a real problem, and it annoys me because I see it. I can name people who do this, and it's so obvious. It's so blatant that people don't even hide it no more. People work towards a certain space, and they stop giving a fuck about whoever got them there, if it's up or if it's down. Like now it's me. Now I am the important part. Now you ain't. I'm gonna end it with this. Like again, you're unique, but you ain't fucking special. Just remember that. And that again, like that. Again, yeah. Everybody's unique. Every human is unique, but nobody is special because you're the same as anybody else. And that's basically it. Thank you for listening.